The NBA postseason is here, which means it's time to place your bets on your favorite playoff teams. But before we get there, let's take a look at the play-ins first. Still with us to drop some NBA predictions is basketball analyst Coach Mark Molina. All right, Coach Mark, right now we will answer the main question. Who will make it out of the NBA play-ins?
Let's start with the West.
Yes.
Because there are many Lakers fans in this room. I don't know kung magagalit sila o hindi. So, let's take a look at the Lakers. They have a matchup against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Who gets out of the West? The other matchup will also be the New Orleans Pelicans and the OKC Thunder. Between the four of them, who makes it out?
Lakers take the 7th seed. Minnesota is a bit of a disarray right now with what happened to Gobert. But I think the guy that they will miss the most is not Rudy Gobert, but it's Jaden McDaniels.
Yeah.
Jaden McDaniels may be a top on-the-ball defender for forwards in this league. So without him, expect LeBron James to have a big game tomorrow. 18 points only for LeBron the last time he faced Minnesota.
Yeah.
And Jaden McDaniels. It's going to be different tomorrow. I think LeBron has a big game and Lakers take the 7th seed.
And of course, the 8th seed, for those wondering, will go to, according to Coach, the New Orleans Pelicans, who will beat the Timberwolves after, and OKC first, in your predictions.
Well, I mentioned the absence of those key players. Of course, Gobert, I think, will play in the second game, but McDaniels will not. Naz Reid will not.
Yeah.
And I think those two absences will tilt the favor towards New Orleans. And without McDaniels, I think Brandon Ingram's going to have a big game in both games against OKC and against Minnesota, and New Orleans will sneak into that 8th slot.
All right, let's move over to the East. Okay, so far we got Miami Heat and the Atlanta Hawks. 7 and 8 will remain 7 and 8.
I think they will. With the Hawks, I think the Hawks should secure the 7th seed tomorrow against Atlanta. Jimmy Butler is a different person when it comes to the playoffs. He averaged 27 last year, and he led his team all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals, only to lose to the Celtics in 7 games.
Right.
So this is a capable team with Jimmy Buckets right there in the playoffs. For the 8th seed, I think Atlanta will take care of Toronto. I think I see Toronto
beating the Bulls,
the Bulls, and then I think Atlanta, because of the home court advantage and because of DeJounte Murray. More DeJounte than Trae Young for me, because Trae Young had an up and down season. His shooting is not the same as it was before, but the steadying factor there has been DeJounte Murray.
So the predictions of Coach Mark are for the West, the Los Angeles Lakers and the New Orleans Pelicans will advance from the play-in, and the Miami Heat and Atlanta Hawks from the East will advance from the play-in as well. Much to the happy news of all of our crew members here who are fans of the Lakers. Coach, maraming salamat. You take a look at all of this. Is there any team here amongst your picks that you feel you're medyo, shaky about, that could actually not make it to the playoffs? Or are you confident in each and every one?
I'm Pelicans Wolves. I think would be a great matchup.
Yeah.
Last minute, I chose the Pelicans, but if Minnesota